Yo, 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 yo. Today we're going to be watching Rick Ross refuses to take another L. Let's go.
This Rick Ross situation has kind of been over for a while. I was waiting for any developments from the other side in the case of Icarus Wolfhouse. What's poppin', y'all? This Rick Ross situation has kind of been over for a while. I was waiting for any developments from the other side in the case of Icarus Wolfhouse, the guy that's a rapper, the guy that socked Rick Ross at that event in Vancouver, Canada. Well, we didn't get anything, so I just decided to put a little gift wrap and a bow on this thing and then send it off into history for something that we don't pay attention to again until some other situation happens with Rick Ross. But Rick Ross took a while before he gave his final response, which was illustrating how the entire situation panned out from his eyes, which wasn't too different from what we saw. So I'll play that clip right now.
Man, I'm thinking about the event that happened over there. Let me tell you something. When the first dude stepped up to Rose, the little short fat one that looked like Bam Bam Bigelow from wrestling, when he stepped up, and then I squat down in his eyes and told him what I said. Basically, boy, if I hit you, I'm gonna see everything you ate for the last 2 days. His balls dropped out of his ass. He never said another word. He never did nothing. He was a straight buster. Then the nigga behind him said, I know MMA. And then I got hit with a drink. I'm still convinced ain't no nigga punch me. Somebody said, Rose, the nigga tried to punch you. He hit you. I say, nah. He had to throw a drink, because throwing a drink would have been way more disrespectful than screaming, I know MMA. Man.
So as you hear, Rick Ross paints it in a not so different light. He just says that the guy says something that I don't believe he said. We heard the guy say, oh, we can bang out right now. He didn't say, oh, I know MMA or something like that. Someone else might have said it about him. But these guys got down to business. And this is a lesson. This is a lesson for a lot of people in America. All these street people in America, they jack somebody's chain, they beat somebody up. They got to go on social media and say, yo, that was me. Yeah, we put hands on Rick Ross.
I think the whole situation was lame. Like, who the fuck are you, you know? But who the fuck am I, you know? At the end of the day, you just go up to some random human being, somebody that's just a normal, everyday person, and do this thing. And think you're all cool because, oh my god, bitch Rick Ross. Like, that's so lame. Like, why would you, like, just attack somebody? Like, that's... Just get out of here with that. Like, no, like, okay, you might have gotten paid. If he got paid for it, okay, that's cool. You got paid for it. But at the end of the day, you're assaulting some random ass dude for no reason. You're weird. That's weird. Why?
F Rick Ross, this and that. These guys put hands on Rick Ross and his team. I think they even got the chain, I don't know, from Rick Ross's DJ, and they were silent. Canada must be maybe 10 plus years behind the US because they're really following the real G's moving silence like lasagna thing. And these guys are not trying to pretend to be the toughest guys. They handled their situation. They moved past it.
It wasn't a situation. It was just them trying to fight this guy. Like, this random ass dude. I think they're lame. Everybody, if anybody thinks it's funny or happy-go-lucky, you stealing stuff from somebody, some random person that you don't know, you're lame. You're so lame for stealing shit. That's lame. Stealing shit is so lame.
They don't see the need to get clout from it, possibly because they don't want any legal repercussions, but there were so many cameras and witnesses. I don't see that happening, but who knows? This is Canada. I don't know all the rules over there, especially on the other side in BC, British
I
Columbia.
hope they get fucking arrested. But I hope they get arrested, but you know they're not gonna get arrested. It's whatever. Like, you can just go around hitting people and yelling at people for no reason or a fucking song or whatever, and it makes it right.
But I did more digging, and the first thought that came to my mind was how happy DJ Vlad must be from this situation. Because when we look at Rick Ross, do a lot of us look at him as the biggest boss in terms of
We all have one.
Let him be. He is a big boss. He's bigger than us.
The
He got
Jumbotron.
way more money than us. Like,
Holder.
Like
I
gangster.
don't know what this dude is talking about. He got way more money than us. When I think he talks about Big Boss, I think he's just saying like he's the one that's making money moves. He's the one with money. He is a big boss. He got the money. But I mean, I don't know. I don't want to get hate from his channel or anything. I'm just like speaking my piece. Like, why hit Rick Ross out of everybody else? This nigga is like 40 years old. He was a correctional officer. Why not go? Let me think of go hit Baby Kia or something. He got his gun stolen. Go hit him.
Maybe if you grew up listening to Rick Ross, but the majority of us probably saw it as, okay, Rick Ross, he matured and he was rolling around with people that were putting in work for him, as they did on DJ Vlad years ago. And now Rick Ross is just a funny guy. He's a comedic guy. He has some elements of motivation. He's a character in a similar way that DJ Khaled plays a character.
That's what I was going to say, DJ Khaled.
And that character's for entertainment. It's for promotion for his product. You get a quote here and there. You get a funny moment here and there, whether it's with his animals, his farm animals, his home, his car show, a multitude of many different things. So for this event, it doesn't
I'm not
sound too crazy.
looking.
I don't think it stains Rick Ross too much because he's still not playing the music game. Like a lot of people, for example, if this happened to Meek Mill and Meek Mill's trying to drop music, it's not looking too hot for Meek Mill. But Rick Ross, his music isn't really about being tough. It's mostly about money, luxury. So I don't think this will affect Rick Ross very much. I think it's something that we forget about quickly. Also, in part because
I was starting to I forgot about it until this video popped up, actually.
Only got hit once, which is, I know that hit had him seeing stars. But if Rick Ross was getting ragdolled around like his 7'2" bodyguard, it would not have been great for Rick Ross. It would have looked crazy on Rick Ross. But thankfully, that didn't.
Like, you're hitting this man and he's living in a house like this. Bro, he could actually just sue the fucking dude if he really wanted to. Like,
happened to Rick Ross, at least. But circling back to the DJ Vlad situation, for some of you that aren't familiar,
no,
Vlad
I do not
filed a
listen to Rick
lawsuit
Ross.
on Rick Ross many, many years ago, and he got a payout for it, which was that Rick Ross and his people pulled up on Vlad in, I think it wasn't a hotel lobby, I think it was on a hotel floor, and Rick Ross just had his people beat the brakes off of Vlad. And this was due to, I believe, Vlad just posting or reporting news. Vlad didn't say anything crazy about Rick Ross, if I recall correctly. He had just
okay, that wasn't justified either.
posted the video that 50 Cent was putting out, calling him Officer Ricky. So he was doing his job. Rick Ross sent these people after him, and then he sued Rick Ross, ended up winning, getting a settlement. I think it was a couple $100,000. He doesn't say exactly. After that is when Vlad started really upping his security. I think he said this in interviews before, and he doesn't talk about it too much. Vlad doesn't gloat about that situation. He doesn't talk about that case too much. He just keeps it pushing. However, I know for a fact, and I just imagine the picturesque moment, right? Imagine you're a security camera that's looking in Vlad's living room or his office. No weird stuff. And he opens his phone and he sees the video of Rick Ross. I just imagine that he fell back on his couch and just started kicking his feet up in the air, dying of laughter. And this is why I can't really feel bad for Rick Ross for a moment like this, because Vlad was, in his case, just reporting. He was doing his job. He was reporting something that was already put out there and popular.
Yeah, that's fucked up, Ricky.
And Rick Ross decided to put hands on him.
I don't know if I should feel bad for him now. But I still feel bad, like, both situations. I feel bad more for Vlad, because, man, Vlad's just Vlad, man.
Or have people put hands on him, which is insane. Vlad had nothing to do with that situation. He didn't have a poor relationship with Vlad from what I had seen. So he wanted to take things into his own hands like that because he felt disrespected, which, can we even say that's being disrespected? Yet, Rick Ross goes to Canada, Vancouver, Canada, is playing the Not Like Us song, and he's also saying a couple of other things that made people in Vancouver feel disrespected, and they approached him about it, and then he, for lack of a better word, spit in their face saying no, and kept antagonizing them until they put hands on him and his team. So which scale do you think someone deserves what they got more? Rick Ross or Vlad?
His security guard's weak as fuck.
I would say Rick Ross deserved it far more.
I don't think anybody deserves being hit or being run up on or anything. Nobody deserves any of that. I don't understand why he's saying anybody deserves being hurt. That's a lame way of thinking about things.
Especially for what he had been known to do in his history to someone like Vlad. And this is coming from me, somebody who absolutely loves Rick Ross's music. Rick Ross has...
So you think this man should get attacked because of a situation that happened in the past, or because he was playing music? I don't know what he said to the Vancouver people, but I mean, you should be able to play music anywhere. I mean, isn't that like top one in like... I think it was like top one in like Canada or something, or Vancouver or something. So I don't know. I mean, honestly, I don't think anybody should be attacked for no reason. I don't think anybody should be attacked. Point blank and simple. That's my thoughts. I don't agree with this take.
Has some amazing music, and this is where people in the comments be getting into, yo, you're actually saying Rick Ross is a good rapper?
Hold up, I gotta skip this ad.
You're not? The hell is wrong with you? You've got the problem if you're saying Rick Ross is a whack rapper, can't rap, hasn't ever made good music. You need to get your ears checked. You've got a problem. The best rappers in the game, Lil Wayne, Drake, all these other people were saying, yo, this guy's got one of the nicest pens in the game. He's a really great rapper. So maybe they're all just wrong, or maybe you think Lil Wayne and Drake are trash rappers too. And in that case, I'm going to need you to sit down in one of those silent rooms that nobody can hear outside of, because that's where your opinion belongs. Talking about Lil Wayne, a trash rapper, or Rick Ross, a trash rapper. What are we doing here? You can say you don't enjoy the guy's music. That's a completely different story. Like, for example, some people may not enjoy Kendrick Lamar's music, but for them to say Kendrick Lamar's a whack rapper or he's not a good rapper, I don't think Kendrick Lamar's a good example. Let's say Ab-Soul, right? People are saying, man, Ab-Soul's a whack rapper. Please. Come on now. That's elite rapping.
I don't like Ab-Soul because he has some weird views. That's all I'm going to say. He has really weird views on life, so I don't really...
Doesn't get too much better than that. But there are a bunch of people that have...
I'm not going to get into detail, but I don't want to get myself into that hole online, you know, and like... I'm good, but I don't like his views on life and shit. It doesn't make any sense. No sense to me. But let's continue.
Have a case when they say, I don't really enjoy his music too much. And that's a different...
His music's good, though, but I don't like him as a person at all.
Conversation. But for Rick Ross, let's just hope he doesn't continue disrespecting people. Let's hope that he potentially learned his lesson. And it's not a lesson to be meek or timid, but it is a lesson in, hey, not everyone's just going to take disrespect wherever you go and be cool with it.
Real shit.
And that's an important lesson. You wouldn't want people out there in Miami dissing on Miami artists, and Rick Ross would feel proud if Drake came to Miami and someone from Drake's team, after disrespecting, let's say they directly disrespected Rick Ross, someone got hands put on them. He would say, yeah, that's Miami. You're not
I know
gonna
Drake's
come
security's
disrespect
up,
the
though.
city and get away with it. So shout out to them boys in Vancouver, Canada, holding down their city. And
I would not shout out to anybody who's jumping people, because that's very disrespectful. Like, these guys are actually hooligan fucking losers. Grown ass men that are just going around jumping people. That's lame as hell. Your gang probably sucks. You're lame. I don't really care, but please don't jump me. Yeah.
And I look forward to more entertainment from Rick Ross. I wouldn't say I'm necessarily looking forward to music. I've got enough music from Rick Ross. That's not to say I don't want any new music. It's just there are certain people who I've got the catalog. I'm going to be listening to it for the rest of my life. So I'm really not anticipating you dropping anything new. But let me know what you guys think.
I don't know. The take on this video is kind of crazy, bro. I I don't know. I mean, he's a good. I like this guy, but I don't know about that. It's kind of like weird take. But thank you guys for watching. It's been Yam Solo. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Peace.